Yeah.
Alright, I was going to make a nice comparison video of the new DJI Osmo Action 3, which I got yesterday, and the Pocket 2. If you watched my last video, you know that I really like that small gimbal camera, but the phone connector broke unfortunately, and I had to send it back. And then I thought maybe I should get the Osmo Action 3 instead, because it will have 10-bit colors, better connectivity with the phone out of the box, and so on. And now I have it, and I have to say it looks like a really nice camera. It even supports USB microphones, which I think is awesome. But there is a problem with this camera, and I found a thread in the DJI forums that confirm that there's a major issue with the camera. But first I want to give you one important information that I definitely missed when I bought the Action 3. The focus of that camera is fixed. I tried tapping on the screen to set the focus zone, but there's no such feature. And I'm not complaining here, this seems to be the standard with action cameras like the GoPro, but you definitely have to know it. They have just such a small aperture compared to the sensor size that basically everything from half a meter or 20 inches to infinity is sharp. Just keep this in mind when you're deciding between the Action and the Pocket. There was this patent that I found online from DJI showing an Action 2 on a gimbal handle, and I thought, that's awesome, that's what I would buy immediately. I would like to have a small gimbal and still be able to go even smaller and remove the camera. But now that I know that the focus is fixed, I'm not so sure if I'm excited about this anymore. I really like the sharpness of the Pocket 2 in wide and detailed shots, and I just don't think that this is possible to achieve with a fixed focus. However, I have the Action 3 now, so let's find out. And well, yeah, I found out. As I said before, there seems to be something wrong with the camera. The image just looks really bad most of the time. It seems like the camera is a bit out of focus. Look at these examples here. I think the quality looks really cheap. As a comparison, look at these examples here that I shot with the Pocket 2. In my opinion, this is just another level. I don't know how much the YouTube compression is going to harm this footage, but trust me, there's a significant difference. And I don't think that this has anything to do with fixed focus. We're looking at examples here where the object is quite far away from the camera, so both cameras should perform equally here. Obviously, if you go too close to the object, the Action 3 will produce a blurry image, but it should be usable when we go a couple of steps further away, and I have to say it is not usable. DJI seems to be sending out beta firmwares to people who complained about the issue in the DJI forums, so check out that thread. It's linked in the video description. But if it's a focus issue, I don't think that it can be solved with a firmware update. If there was a dynamic focus, so with moving parts in the camera, the software could somehow compensate the effect by adjusting the lens. But if the focus is fixed, the lenses need to be calibrated when the camera is leaving the factory. And if it's not the case, the only thing they can do with software is to sharpen the image, and that's not a good solution. So I don't want to say that you definitely should not buy this camera. It might be that only some models are affected. Just make sure that you order it somewhere where you can send it back. Make your tests immediately, and if you have the same issue, go to that DJI Forum thread and complain, because DJI needs to be aware of the issue so that they change something. That's it for now. See you next time, hopefully with better news.
Yeah.